It's not just about the recipe. It's about how to cook, plan a meal, throw a party. I'm Vickie, and this is Meals and Entertaining for Regular People. Well, this is the worst thing that could happen to a freezer hoarder like me. Freezer broke. So it looks like hamburger meat. Oh, I think it started working again. It feels pretty good. Look at this. All this is thawed out. So you guys are gonna get to watch me light up a million crock pots tonight and be cooking a lot of food. See, I'm cooking and I'm watching cooking. So, if anybody is wondering about my hamburger meat stroganoff. So I have mushrooms that I browned. And then I have onions. I just put some cooking sherry in it, just to shed off a little bit. And then, since I'm making so much, I'll be adding the hamburger. I cooked it separate. I'm going to, when this evaporates, use some tomato paste. And then I'll probably put in some beef bouillon and some beef stock. And then the reason why I had to make this is because I have leftover beef stock from a roast. So I'm going to pour that in. Then I'm going to freeze it without the sour cream in it because I don't want it to look like it has little lumps. I don't want it to break. So I will add the sour cream when I reheat it. And it'll be perfect beef stroganoff. I put it over white egg noodles. So I'll show you now. How funny. My camera keeps steaming on. So as you see, I reduced the sherry wine that I did, cooking sherry. And it's real syrupy. And so at this point, I'm going to I added garlic, salt, and pepper. At this point, I'm going to add the tomato paste, which we cooked. And I'm going to add a lot of tomato paste. This is going to be like, that's over a tablespoon, probably that much. And you cook it. So you need to cook the tomato paste. Make sure it gets all cooked. Now I'm going to add the meat and the stock. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. And the sauce. But I'm trying to do this, with one hand. So I got to finish that. After I put the meat in, stirred it around. After I did the, what the heck's happening here? You put some flour in. And that way when we add the stock, it turns into a little bit of a gravy right away. So let me coat the meat a little. Once again, one-handed. I probably need a little more. So, of course, I'm out of beef stock with this little emergency. But as you can see, I poured in stock and it got a little thicker. You can't really see that good. What I'm doing is creating like a gravy. So I'm using chicken, but I'm going to put beef bouillon in it anyway to really beef up the flavor. So I just really needed a flavored water, which is all store-bought stock is anyway. So as you'll see, this will start thickening up. Keep my hand out of the way. See, it's looking thick and it actually looks beautiful, like you could pour this over noodles right now. But we have a little ways to go. We're going to compound the flavor with that old beef leftover roast juice that I saved. Sorry for the bad photography. So this is going to be, let me show you how much meat's in here. This is going to be pretty sauce forward, light on the meat. But what I'm going to do is simmer it down, boil this down, reduce it a little, make the flavor a little more intensified. And then when we pour it over noodles, I'll have plenty of sauce to soak in the noodles, and then it should be the correct meat to sauce ratio. Right now, it's a little too saucy. So I'm going to add my beef bouillon and then actually cool this off, put it back in freezer containers, and I've got three beautiful beef stroganoff dinners, which I will just share with the neighbors. At the point where I add the meat, you're supposed to, well, I do add a few gloves maybe like a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. That also heightens up the beefiness. Right now I have simmering a beautiful sauce. It's reduced a little, as you can tell by the size. And I think it's just about ready to start cooling off so I can prepare it to be frozen. It's just so, if you could see it in real life, or if you could smell it. Apparently you can smell it on the street right now. Hope you enjoyed this quick little recipe. Thanks for watching. Please visit my website, mealsandentertaining.com, and see my available ebooks. Plus, subscribe to my channels, and don't forget to follow me, like me, or love me.